야, 이거 어디시나?
Hey guys, tonight we're doing something fun. We're gonna take $10, head into the busiest night market in China, and try 5 of the strangest foods you can find. The kind that surprise you, the kind that freak you out, the kind that make you go why. You ready? Come on, follow me. Let's go explore. Around the edges of the night market, you first spot some accessory stalls. Little trinkets, not expensive, but pretty well made. But we can only take a quick look, cause that is not our mission tonight. Tonight, our mission is food. The real night market, it is still waiting for us ahead. We're here. This is the entrance to the night market, tucked between 2 old residential buildings, down a narrow little alley, looking at all these bright, crowded signs squeezed together. I suddenly feel like finding 5 of the strangest foods tonight. Might not be that hard, after all. Alright, let's go in. Look, the first food we've encountered tonight, Chinese jambing. You can tell this uncle's been doing this for years. His movements are so smooth, so practiced. But here is the thing, it looks pretty normal. And normal, that is not what we're hunting for tonight, so I didn't buy it. Let's keep moving. Something truly strange is still waiting for us. Guess what this is? Roast chicken or roast duck. If you've ever been to Beijing, you'd probably guess it is duck. These are the sides and dipping sauces that go with it. No fancy plating here. The food gets chopped up and packed right in front of the customers. Honestly, the duck tastes pretty good, but again, it doesn't really look all that special. Not what I am looking for. Let's keep moving. I was starting to wonder, did I pick the wrong night market tonight? Everything seemed way more normal than I expected. Just as I was starting to doubt myself, I spotted something a little unusual. Look at this. Can you even guess what kind of meat this is? It is rabbit, and right next to it, rabbit heads. I know, for my Western friends, this might look a little intense. But in China, rabbit head is just food, as common as chicken wings. And tonight, I decided to try it myself. Now, just so we're clear, the rabbit heads you see here all come from farm-raised meat rabbits. Nothing like those fluffy little Easter bunnies. Okay, so how does it taste? Only one way to find out. First, you crack it open like this. Honestly, it is pretty good. Tasty, no gamey smell, and the meat isn't tough at all. It is kind of like when you are eating fried chicken wings at KFC, you know, picking every last bit of meat off the bone. Just that here. The wings are rabbit heads, and the fun is in the nibbling. And honestly, what is not to enjoy? And it is not just rabbit heads, we've got duck heads too. Look, right across from that first shop, I asked the owner to split one in half for me. You know, in China, food like rabbit heads or duck heads usually doesn't show up at formal dinners. It is more of a summer night street stall thing. Everyone puts on plastic gloves, grabs an ice-cold beer, and goes at it with both hands and teeth, picking every bit of meat off the bones. It is kinda like when you guys watch a game and eat spicy chicken wings or tacos. It is not about filling your stomach. It is about the experience, the vibe. Alright, finished. Let's keep walking. Now here is a question for you. Do you like fried food? And have you ever seen a bullfrog like one of these? So, what happens when you put frying and bullfrog together? What kind of strange combination would that be? Right here. The stall has marinated bullfrogs, ready to go. This uncle dips them in potato starch, then drops them straight into the fryer. Honestly, I don't love frogs, but I don't hate them either. Just try.
别烫着啊，小心点油啊。
Out of the oil, drained. Then sprinkled with chili powder and other seasonings. And done. Look, fried bullfrog. First time for me. Honestly, not as strange as I imagined. No weird frog smell. One bite, crispy on the outside, but the meat inside is super tender, kind of like fried chicken thigh, but also a little like sturgeon. If you haven't tried it, and you get the chance someday, be brave and give it a go. I've already tested it for you. It's fine. When it comes to food, Chinese people actually do love fried stuff. And it's not just bullfrog. I even spotted fried pigeon over here. Looks tempting, but tonight we're only trying the strangest things. So maybe next time? Alright, here is a question for you. When I say the world's most famous street food, what is the first thing that pops into your head? I am guessing a burger, right? 2 buns, a patty in between. Simple, but it conquered the planet. But what if I told you that China has its own version of a burger and that it has been around for over 2,200 years? Look, right here. It is called 肉夹馍, no cheese, no lettuce, not even burger buns. Instead, it uses a traditional Chinese flatbread, this white, baked bun right here. Then, they take stewed meat and onions that have been braising for hours, chop them up, drizzle on a spoonful of chili oil, and stuff it all into that flatbread. Okay, and just like that, one Chinese-style burger finished. Now, let me try it for you and tell you how it feels. And honestly, it is like a completely opposite experience from a burger. A burger has a soft bun and a firm patty, but this, you bite into it and the outside flatbread is crispy, while the inside meat is fall apart tender and juicy. It is a totally different kind of satisfaction. Alright, after that Chinese-style burger, now it's time to track down a drink. Something to beat the summer heat. Something with a name that already sounds a little intense. Pounded lemon. The boss throws some lemon and ice into a cup, then starts pounding the heck out of it. Almost sounds like the lemon's being punished. Probably just to get every drop of juice out. Then they pour in some black tea and shake it vigorously until it's all mixed together. How does it taste? Pretty excited to find out. One sip, the lemon hits you fresh and zesty. The black tea adds that deep, smooth richness. Ice cold, refreshing, with just a hint of sweetness. Honestly, my whole body just relaxed. Alright, next up, we're gonna try something I know my Western friends probably won't touch, but honestly, I think it is delicious. What is it? It has got something to do with beef. Take a guess. Yep, it is beef offal.
它是牛杂嘛，它是牛内脏这些。我尝一下这个。
小肠啊。牛肚嘎 ，OK OK。
我问你要不要牛肚，不要。
不要辣了。
To me, offal is just another kind of meat. And honestly, every part brings a different texture. Some crunchy, some chewy, some soft. Compared to just eating one single cut of meat. This actually has way more layers. If you ever come to China, I'd say give it a try. The radish soaks up all the meaty juices, and every type of offal adds its own unique bite. One whole bowl down, and you might just find it is way better than you ever expected. Not everything at the night markets is weird, though. There are some seriously good-looking foods too. Like these sushi rolls over here. I am not really a sushi person myself, but I gotta admit, they do look pretty. And over here, some delicate little desserts. Cute shapes, soft colors. Just looking at them kinda lifts your mood. Bet they taste great too. But that is the thing about night markets. They never show you just one face. Right after you've been soothed by all the pretty food, they suddenly shove something completely unexpected right in your face. Look, moldy tofu. Wait, is this even edible? Actually, yeah, it is. Even emperors from a few hundred years ago ate this stuff. And here is the thing, this tofu isn't actually spoiled. That fuzzy white layer you see, that is edible fungus. It breaks down the tofu's proteins into amino acids. Sounds kind of like blue cheese, doesn't it?
哎，辣不辣？
微微辣，一点点辣，一丢丢辣就行。
哦。
15是吗？
哎，15。
收钱包到账15元。
So, my brain knows this tofu is safe to eat, but is my body willing to trust that? One bite in, the outside is crispy from being fried, and the inside, it is soft and creamy, kinda like yogurt in texture, smooth, a little sticky, and honestly, totally acceptable. Alright, after that, moldy tofu, here is one last thing, a food that completely defies physics. First, open the freezer, take out a scoop of ice cream, then drop it into a vat of boiling oil. Honestly, this is my first time seeing someone deep fry ice cream with my own eyes. In that moment, everything I learned in physics class started fighting in my head. Ice cream in hot oil, wouldn't it just melt instantly? Once it is done, he gave me a specific instruction. When you eat it, use a straw. I poked the straw in, took a gentle sip of what is inside. Yep, definitely ice cream. Sweet, cold, creamy. Then I bit into the crust. How do I put it? I actually preferred the ice cream inside. The outer shell, probably made from flour, was golden and crispy. It wasn't bad. But compared to that sweet, cold center, it felt a bit ordinary. Alright, So, what do you guys think was the scariest food tonight? For me, it has gotta be the rabbit head. First time you see it, it is probably gonna freak you out a little. And the most mentally challenging one? I'd say the moldy tofu. It looks like spoiled tofu. But really, it is just wearing a fermented coat. The texture and flavor inside, way gentler than the surface suggests. As for the one that exceeded expectations the most, I am giving that to the beef offal soup. The radish soaked up all that meaty goodness. Each piece of offal had a different texture. The aroma was rich, the flavor deep, way better than I ever imagined. Of course, there are plenty more wild foods in this night market we didn't get to explore, like grilled pig trotters over here, grilled pig brain over there, and these giant meter, long skewers of meat. But hey, I am full already. Just took a quick look. It is already 10 p.m. now, but a crowd at the night market shows no sign of thinning out. People are still weaving between stalls, hunting for food they like, almost like the search itself is part of the joy. And honestly, maybe, that is what a night market is really about. I'm getting a little tired though. So right across from the night market, I spotted a tea house. I stepped inside, and just like that, the noise sort of got left at the door. The night market suddenly felt quiet again. I found a seat, ordered a cup of tea, and just sat there for a while. And tonight, I realized something. Whether food is weird or not, it's not really about the taste. What's a challenge for one person might just be someone else's regular late night snack. A lot of the time, what feels strange is just what we're not used to yet. Alright, that's it for tonight. I think I leave the rest of the evening to this cup of tea. You know what? This might just be the happiest dog at the night market, because it has got an owner who really cares. This stall here actually sells dog food, and everything's sealed up, so no hygiene issues to worry about.